It's your turn, Chicago. Actually, you know what? Let's forego that one. Let's do this one. Reading super chat shortly. Thank you, Levi Apparel.
Even before all of this unfolded, my concerns about the DNC coming to the city of Chicago was going to be, how do we keep people safe?
A lot of questions are being asked in the wake of last weekend's violence downtown, and even more now because social media posts now promise part 2 this weekend.
At least one Southside politician is defending the disruptions as a political statement. Others are demanding deployment of more police.
Political editor Mike Flannery reports.
Last weekend's downtown violence included assaults, armed robberies, the looting of a Walgreens on State Street, and attacks on police who intervened.
They were throwing bottles and rocks at police. They were outnumbered. They were being punched and kicked by some in the crowd.
As new posts on social media call for more trouble next weekend, Brian Hopkins wants the organizers identified and prosecuted. He sees it as vital preparation for next year's Democratic National Convention, scheduled to convene in just 16 months.
If we have that convention and violence is allowed to reign on our streets once again, we can't afford to take that chance.
Some defended those involved in last weekend's events. For example, Southside State Senator Robert Peters tweeted, "I would look at the behavior of young people as a political act and statement. It's a mass protest against poverty and segregation."
Let me rewind that really quickly. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this statement. Let's read it out loud for the back of the class. I'm the type of person that's gonna make the kid that's the dumbest that always sit in the back come to the front of the class, stand up, and read in front of everybody. I would look, sir. It's look. I would look at the behavior of young people as a political, sir. It's political. Man, why you always calling on me to read? Because you don't like to read at home. So we gonna bring shaming back until you put more effort and a lot not looking stupid in the front of the class. You gonna be reading in the front of the class. Political act and statement. Sound it out. Sound it out. Statement? No. ATE. What does ATE spell? 8? Yes. Now put the ST in front of it. State? There you go. Okay, now what's the second word? Let's break it up into 2 syllables. It's 2 syllables. You leave the first part out. Meant. Okay, now put it together. Statement. Everybody give him a round of applause. All right, you got one more sentence to go. Oh, Mr. Daniels. Yes, we going to read this whole statement. We going to get the whole statement out today. Okay. Statement is, I'm going to be a different type of teacher if I was a teacher. We bringing shaming back. We bringing shaming back to the classroom. It's no longer going to be you just get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And if you it's your turn, Chicago. Listen, you didn't want your father to raise him. You kicked him out of the house. You opened your legs up to a dude that didn't want to have kids. And this is what we're going to be dealing with inside of our classrooms. We got to slow the whole classroom down just to teach them how to sound out their words more effectively. But listen to this Robert Peters, right? Robert Peters says, I would look at the behavior of young people as a political act and statement. It's a mass protest against poverty and segregation. This is how they keep y'all on the Democratic plantation. Okay.
The 15th Ward's Ray Lopez worries that the violence threatens to cost
Look.
tens of thousands of jobs at Chicago's biggest employer, the tourism and hospitality industry.
We have to put an end to this, and I hope that my colleagues stand up and let our mayor-elect and his choice for superintendent know that this is a priority that must be dealt with swiftly and correctly.
Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson plans to speak to lawmakers.
Shout out to Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson. This is my prediction for Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson will probably not even make it a full term. Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson, this is my prediction. I predict Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson, I'm going to read Super Chat shortly. I predict that Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson will do a worse job than Lori Lightfoot. Now, I know that that's a tall order. I know that it's a lot of Chicagoans that's moving, trying to get down to Atlanta, Houston. You trying to go over into Texas. You trying to get over to Arizona. Some of y'all trying to get to Florida. You wanted to go to Miami, but you can't really afford it, so you're going to go to Jacksonville. I know a lot of y'all is running, but the thing is, you still taking you with you. And I believe that Mayor-elect Johnson will I predict that Mayor-elect Johnson is going to do a worse job than Lori Lightfoot.
Makers at the state capitol tomorrow, but he's likely to face questions as well about his plans for dealing with downtown violence and its threat to the state's economy.
Right now, local business owners say enough's enough after teens swarmed the Loop again this weekend. In the middle of the chaos, 2 teenagers were shot. CBS 2's Dana Kozlov asking Mayor Lightfoot and soon-to-be Mayor Brandon Johnson what's the plan moving forward.
But first, Sharday Gray. And Sharday, you spoke with business owners who worry customers will stop coming.
Exactly, Joe and Erica. And it was right here when gunshots went off and people scattered. We spoke to 2 business managers who say they saw the fear on teens' faces who went running.
I feel at this time, this is a warning to us.
A warning that we've seen time and time again.
If we don't react soon with a solid plan and something that's good for everybody, but it's got to.
No, not good for everybody. We need to hold the parents accountable. We need to get rid of the riffraff, and we need to do the thing that's going to be in the best interest of the people, which is prosecute.
Be something that's safe.
Safety is Kelly Hoxie, managing partner at Remington's, #1 concern for his customers and staff. Saturday night, 2 teens were shot after hundreds took over parts of the Loop. Cell phone video shows them jumping on a CTA bus. Another captures when a gunshot goes off. Hoxie saw the chaos all unfold. He says it started out peaceful.
I said, could you please not be here? This is private property. And most of them, they were good. But when everybody gets together and that buzz starts going, and then people start getting wild up, it just seems like everything turns.
Let me tell you what this man is trying to do right now. He's trying to say the right thing so he don't get canceled. This man is trying to say the right thing so he don't get canceled. Ain't no most of them is good. They shouldn't have been there in the first place. He trying to say the right thing. Listen, white man. Let me say what you really want to say. These niggas and these little demons. And when they get together, they start influencing each other. Next thing you know, gunshots rang out and they messing up all of the money. I'm trying to run a business. I didn't put my whole life savings into this. What are we supposed to do? My customers don't want to come out. I'm going to have to go ahead and leave. A lot of businesses, what a lot of people don't understand is that a lot of businesses are leaving these liberal cities just like Walmart did, and they leave in Chicago. They're not standing for it. They're not going for it no more. If they can't, I'll do you one better. A lot of businesses are hoping that these kids bail them out. Now, what does that look like, right? What is hoping that the kids bail them out? It means that a lot of these businesses are hoping that these kids tear up their own city, tear up their own neighborhood, and tear up their business too. You know why? So that they can get the insurance payout and then they can move to somebody or somewhere that's actually conducive for what it is that they're trying to build for the communities. They get that insurance. When you tear up your own neighborhood, when you burn down your own grocery stores, when you tear up the cars and all of that other type of stuff, somebody said, Anton, what would you do if they kicked your Lambo? Nothing. Say, listen, if you're going to do it, then do the whole thing. Listen, if you're going to steal my car, then don't bring it back because I don't want to get it repaired. I'm not interested. We going to call insurance. I got full coverage. We're going to get the whole thing taken care of. And I don't want the car no more. Once you done sat your fat ass in it, I don't want the car no more. Once you done sat your stinking, I'm not washing butt up inside of it with your stinking breath and you tore it up. Listen, if you're going to tear my junk up, then tear the whole thing up so I can go ahead and get my payout and get it. That's the same thing that the businesses are saying. The businesses are saying, listen, if you're going to come in here, tear it up because I'm tired of dealing with these monkeys coming inside of my business, hanging off the chandeliers and tearing everything down. That's what Walmart did. Walmart said, it's enough. We're not even going to prosecute you. We just going to get on up out of here. We tired, boss. We's tired, boss.
Jesus Del Valle, manager of Cantina on Madison, also saw people running.
From nowhere, we saw one of the groups of the kids that start fighting right on the corner here on the alley. And then out of nowhere, we just heard like gunshots.
Come on, Jesus. I know y'all might like to change the pronunciation in order to try to justify naming your son Jesus. Y'all want to say Jesus. No, it's not Jesus. They named him Jesus. Jesus Shuttlesworth. And Jesus, I'm going to need you to learn some English too while you at it over here. Becoming a manager. You can't be a manager in the United States of America running an establishment. Well, I guess you can do whatever you want to do. We getting away with everything here in America anyway. We letting all of the people inside of the insane asylum run the institution anyway. Go ahead, Jesus.
That's when he locked the doors, and the restaurant quickly became a safe haven.
A lot of the customers that were in here, they decided to stay here because it wasn't safe out there.
It wasn't okay.
We saw police running back and forth, trying to like chasing the kids who they thought they had the gun on it, but it wasn't scary.
We're not dealing with it no more.